Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Intergalactic here, and I just want to hop on and share some tips with you guys that most pros won't tell you or won't go over, because a lot of the tips videos I see for Roblox Rivals are they're kind of helpful, but they're not really what you might be looking for. Like, they'll be telling you, oh, always spam slide crouch and whatnot, always get your movement going. And although that's true, there is some more useful tips out there for people that actually want to get really good and be really good at rivals. As you guys know, ranked is coming out soon, so if you guys want to get good at ranked, watch this video till the end, and we'll discuss some tips. Alright guys, so when you don't want to be predictable, you want to run different routes at all times. So pick your loadout and then run a different route every time the round starts. So this is the route I just ran, as you can see. Looks like this guy is trying to go in the air using flamethrowers. So now that I know what loadout he kind of uses, you want to kind of get used to the loadout that others are using. But now that I ran the route that's over to the left there, I'll switch it up and go to the right, or I could use ramp if I want, but this is the other ramp I'll do. So I'll go over here, and you know, that time he was trying something different, so did I. It's always important to not be too predictable, so maybe this time I could go immediately up here. I wouldn't run the same thing too often because you'll get too predictable. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Alrighty, chat, for tip number 2, it's going to be listen for sound cues. So I'm going to be quiet here because you can hear the other guy's loadout sometimes if he picks a certain weapon. So listen. Okay, you couldn't hear it that time. That means he's probably using bow or AR. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be bow here. So you want to get used to listening. There's a sound cue for the sniper. When the enemy's using a sniper, you can hear it cock back, and it makes a certain noise. Since there's no noise going on right now, it's just it can be AR or bow or something like that. I can show you guys kind of what sniper sounds like. So when you pull it out, sniper makes a noise like this, and the enemy can actually hear that and know, okay, now he's running sniper. So good people will realize that and be like, oh shoot, he's running sniper, you know what I mean? So that can be an important detail and stuff for when you're running certain weapons. You can actually hear them. If you have the saber skin for the katana, when you pull it out, it makes a noise. So if I run katana and I pull it out, that noise right there, the enemy can hear that. And it's never a super good idea to, when you have weapons that make noise, you shouldn't pull them out, because the enemy can know what you're running. Because when people are actually good at the game, they'll know the sound cues for stuff. There's not a lot that do it, but some do it. So the knife does it. You can hear that little, I don't know if you guys heard that, but it makes a little noise. But yeah, you want to be careful when running weapons like that. That doesn't mean you shouldn't run weapons that make sound cues when they pull it out like this. But what you can do to prevent it, I'll share in a tip later. Alright guys, for tip number 3, it's going to be that certain skins can actually give you small bonuses. So I'll show you what I mean. So with the grenade, when you have the whoopee cushion, normally when you hold a grenade to grenade launch, it'll make a clicking noise, but that doesn't happen with the whoopee cushion. So that can actually help you a lot when you're using skins that can give you small bonuses, because pros will hear the little grenade clicking noise and they'll realize, hey, someone's about to grenade launch. But when you're using a whoopee cushion, people have no idea that you're about to do that. So that can be you know what I mean, a pro way to kind of hide the fact that you're about to grenade launch. This works. Some other skins can do this too. I'm not quite sure what other skins can give you bonuses. This is kind of the main one that I thought about when making this tip. It can just be useful, and if the whoopee cushion ever comes in your shop, it might be a good idea to buy if you grenade launch often, because grenade launching is a huge factor in this game, and having that small bit of help that helps you and your enemy gets confused when they see your grenade launching, because normally they'd have an idea that you're grenade launching, but they just do not have any idea because they just don't hear that clicking noise. So most pros will realize that clicking noise means grenade launching. Alright, so as you guys know, certain weapons, when you pull them out, make a sound cue noise. And pro players will know almost every sound cue in the game. So when you're using weapons like a sniper and it makes the like cock backing noise whenever you pull it out, there is a way to avoid that and hide the fact that you're running a sniper or you're running a weapon that makes noise when you pull it out. So I'm going to demonstrate kind of how you would do it. So this is kind of how you would start a game here, and you'd be like, let's say you're in an arena and you just start a game here. You're gonna pick your sniper, you're gonna pick your loadout. I would pick, after you pick a sniper or a weapon that makes a sound cue noise, I would pick one weapon that when you pull it out, it just does not make any noise. Like that could be the scythe, or a lot of like weapons like this also work. Maybe not katana saber or the knife, but scythe works. You can also use flashbang works, satchel, like a lot of things will work. Molotov works. So I'll just use Molotov for example, but as soon as you click your last thing, make sure to press the number on your keyboard to whatever the weapon that that you're about to pull out that makes a sound cue. Make it the weapon that does not make a sound cue. So I'm gonna use Scythe for example. So Scythe is the third weapon in my loadout. So I'm gonna press 3 as soon as I press Molotov. So that way it'll immediately pull out my Scythe and the sniper has no time to make the cockback noise, so it'll avoid the enemy from knowing you'll have a sniper. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. And I just pressed 3 a couple times and there was no cockback noise, so I'll show you guys if I don't do that what will happen and what the enemy will hear. So you guys could hear that cockback noise. The enemy can hear that and know, hey, this person's running sniper. I'll take that into mind. You wanna hide that fact. So in order to hide that fact, the best way to do it is just when you're picking your loadout, just spam a number that's not one that makes a noise. So I usually spam 3. If I'm using katana, I'll usually press 4 for the grenade or the Molotov. You just gotta find stuff that doesn't make a sound cue when you pull it out. And there's a lot of weapons that don't, so you shouldn't have too much trouble finding that. But yeah, that's an important tip that can really boost your like skills in this game. It can really help you fight those harder to fight enemies, like those pro people that just play 24/7. So yeah. So when you're playing rivals, you don't want to use or get used to using the same weapons over and over again. You can have a primary weapon that you use, like I use the assault rifle a lot, but you don't want to get too used to using just one weapon, because there's a lot of maps in rivals and there's long range maps and short range maps. If you're used to playing arena only, you gotta switch it up. You gotta not get used to that, because you're gonna end up sometimes playing docks, sometimes playing crossroads, and these are longer range maps where if you're using something like a flamethrower or a grenade launcher, they're really not gonna work for you. If you're used to the back rooms, for example, people often use grenade launcher or flamethrower. That just won't work on maps like docks and really won't work on maps like crossroads. So I would get used to using a short range gun, a mid range gun, and a long range gun. If I were to recommend a short range gun, it would be the flamethrower if you're pay to win. If you're not pay to win, just use the shotgun. Mid range, I would definitely do assault rifle, and long range, sniper. You can use whatever you personally like, but those are my favorite weapons for short, mid, and long range. So when you're on a map like Crossroads, my go-to loadout is sniper, revolver, katana, and medkit. So that way, most likely the other person will also be sniping if it's docks or Crossroads. So one way you can prevent them from killing you is using a katana on a long range map and a medkit if they hit a body shot, because the medkit can fully heal you back to full if they hit one body shot with a sniper. Or one headshot with a crossbow. So that's my go-to loadout for long range maps. For mid-range maps, I would say arena or graveyard, although graveyard's like mid to long. Then there's Onyx too, which is kind of a mid-range map. For that, I would use assault rifle, revolver, scythe, and Molotov. So these are the go-to weapons I would use for a mid to short range map like arena. And then if we're doing a really short range map, like a back rooms for example, I would go shotgun, and then you could either do revolver or slingshot or shorty. There's a lot of options you can do if it's back rooms. I'll stick to revolver, and then you can go whatever you want here. Katana usually works best because you can block shots in short range maps really quickly. And then satchel, because satchel in short range maps like backrooms can really like kill an enemy quickly. So if you're in the backrooms and you just hurdle a bunch of satchels at the enemy, you can kill them with your 3 satchels so quickly, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, those are all the tips I have in this video. Let me know if I helped you guys out at all, and if you guys would leave a like and subscribe. You don't have to though, but like it really helped me out. But yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you guys. Alright, later guys.